Do you remember when preteens were allowed to have fun? If you're under the age of 18, you probably don't. I'm almost 26 years old. When I was a preteen, we had J14 and Teen Bop. Was it Teen Bop? Crazy how that is a whole new thing. Anyways, when I was a preteen, we had like magazines geared toward us. The other day I went into Barnes & Noble to look for one, and they didn't even have them. They had ones for like kids and then like Vogue. I don't want to look at Vogue. I had a Vogue subscription for a little while, and I was like, this is boring. What am I gonna do? Look at ads for Chanel? Cool, I'll never be able to afford that. Are you crazy? Anyways, moral of the story is I'm old as balls, and I wanted to circle back to when I used to be young, and I wanted to design a kind of like magazine spread layout, one of those like fun little ones, early 2000 vibes of what's in my purse, but it's what's in my baggu. This is my baggu, and almost everything that you're gonna see in this video is stuff that I carry in my baggu on the daily. I actually am so shocked by what I'm able to keep in here. It's endless. The stuff that fits in here is crazy. I always have a lint roller on me. I always have a lotion on me. Oh, hang on. This actually, I don't think I put this in my what's in my bag, but I always carry around a little Band-Aid case. And then in the Band-Aid case, I keep an emergency chapstick and also little zit stickers. I don't use the stars because, again, I'm old as balls. I don't need to do that. I just use the clear ones. I got them in like a pack of like 100, maybe even more, because they're cheaper. And did I mention how old I am? I have to buy my own stuff now. So I'm not buying the stars. I am so excited. I don't think that I put this in my what's in my bag, so this is not a spoiler. I just got the baggu fanny pack little holder thing. Oh my gosh, I love it! Do you know how angry I am? I missed out on the bowler bags. I went to buy a bowler bag today. I go on to baggu. I went to buy a bowler bag. They literally dropped the bowler bags like last week. I went to buy one today. Gone. They are all sold out. And they're like, oh, we're gonna do a limited drop later this summer. This summer? I need one yesterday. I believe Urban Outfitters is dropping their bowler bag baggus in about 15 minutes. So actually, I will be logging off of this and logging onto urbanoutfitters.com. I used to get 60% off. Not of baggu, Urban Outfitters, because it's not like the Urban brand. But I did used to get 60% off at Urban brand. I would have gotten when I bought my beautiful baggu, I did get it from Urban when I worked there, and I did get a discount. It wasn't the 60%, but it was a discount, and that was nice. Most of the stuff in my bag, I either found really high quality pictures of online, or I took pictures of my more obscure things. Like I put my library cards in there. And my driver's license, because it's actually one of my greatest pictures. My driver's license goes crazy, and I love showing it off. Anytime somebody is talking about their driver's license, do you want to see mine? I've never taken a picture as good as my driver's license picture. And like normally, my ID picture has always been like an embarrassing thing that I've never ever wanted to show anybody. Are you kidding me? Don't look at the fact that I haven't painted my nails. Only look at how pretty I am in this one singular picture. I look for reasons to show my IDs. I go to a restaurant and say, I'll have one Diet Coke. Here you go. This is me. So I did include my ID. I did include my ID in my magazine layout. But yeah, that's pretty much my vibe. Anyways, if anybody has an extra bowler bag that they want to hook me up with, let me know. Also, desperately searching for a cypress baggu bag. I'm also really annoyed that I missed out on that. I'm hoping that they make cypress bowling bags. I'm waiting for that. Without further ado, here is me designing a magazine spread of what's in my bag. Technically, this is a picture of a small cornflower baggu. I have a medium cornflower baggu. You wouldn't have noticed if I didn't tell you, but I really felt it was necessary to mention it because I notice it every time I look at this picture. I honestly filmed this. Like I made this and screen recorded this like a month ago. I don't remember why I used a small one. Oh, my precious little Snoopy. Okay, now I'm embarrassed about how many times I've said baggu. These are technically reusable baggu bags, but thank you very much. I use them literally every single day because I live in New England and a lot of stores don't have like shopping bags. You have to bring your own bag. Also, reminder, I live in New England. I do bring my taser everywhere. There's a serial killer in New England. I almost had to use my taser the other day. I don't know if I can tell this story, but I'm going to. Buckle up. I'm an A24 member, so I get free movie tickets, and recently I've just been going to the movies by myself for fun. Like, oh, Friday night to Michaela, let's go to the movies alone, which has been so much fun for me. And a few weeks ago, I redeemed my free ticket, and when I went up to the front counter at the movie theater, she scanned me in, and she looked at the seating chart because I asked what seat I had. She looked at the seating chart and she said, "Oh, you are actually the only person seeing this movie tonight." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, theater to myself. That sounds so fun. Let's go." I go into the theater and Maria Menounos was playing. And then once the lights kind of dimmed a little bit and the trailers started, this guy who came into the theater, I literally jumped out of my skin. He walked up to the chair that I had like my popcorn and my purse in, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, I have the seat right next to you." And I immediately start grabbing my stuff to stand up and leave because I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll move then." And he was like, no, what's your name? Where are you from? What do you do? Where do you work? And I'm like, pause on this. What is going on? He sat literally shoulder to shoulder with me. And the whole time I was trying to assess if I was in danger or not. Because I was thinking he kind of made it sound like he walked to the theater from his house. And so I start thinking, when the movie is over, how am I going to walk to my car and be absolutely sure that this guy doesn't follow me to my car? And did he buy a ticket after me? But he also mentioned that he redeemed it through A24. And I was like, you have to do that ahead of time. So the movie theater would have had his ticket locked down, right? I don't know. I was so confused. I was wondering if he snuck into the theater, or what if he just heard my encounter with the ticket lady and her saying, "Hey, you're the only person seeing this movie," and then he followed me in there after hearing that? Or am I just being paranoid and crazy? All of this is happening in my head while he's asking me where I live. Finally, the lights go down and the movie starts, and I'm like, okay, whatever, I'll just sit through this movie and I'll figure it out. And then 15, 20 minutes into the movie, I realized I had no clue what was going on because I was so scared. I could not focus on the movie at all. I wasn't enjoying it. There were times where he was laughing, or he would lean over and make a comment about something that they just said in the movie. And I realized I wasn't hearing anything or seeing anything that was happening on the movie because I was just so scared. I literally my legs were weak because they were shaking so bad. I was trying to figure out how can I casually reach into my purse and grab my taser just in case. he started like, I'm sorry, like I'm still kind of scared. He started turning in his seat and like staring at me. And that's when I was like, okay, I actually don't care if this is unintentional. I don't care. If he's just being nice and he's not trying to scare me, I don't care if I'm being rude or not at this point. As soon as he started turning in his seat and staring at me for like 15 seconds, maybe that's dramatic, 5 to 10 seconds at a time, that's when I was like, okay, no, I need to get out of here. Whether he's intentionally trying to scare me or not, I need to leave. And so I really discreetly like texted my mom and said, hey, can you call me in about like 15 minutes so I can fake an emergency and leave the theater? I don't want it to look like I texted you and asked you to call me though. And so sure enough, it was the longest 15 minutes of my life. But she called me and I like showed him my mom calling me and I was like, I'm so sorry, I'll take this outside. And I walked out of the theater and booked it to my car. I ran to my car and I did not feel safe until I was in my apartment with my door locked. If I was overreacting, that's possible, I guess, but also, I guess take this as a PSA if you're watching this. If you have no malicious intent, don't approach a girl who's in a theater by herself, in a dark theater by herself, and try and befriend her. She's gonna be scared. She's gonna leave the theater. So, that's what's in my bag. How was that? Do you like it? Do you want me to do one for you? What's in your bag? If you have a really cute purse with a lot of really cute things in it, send it to me. Maybe I'll make another design. I'm also really sorry. I put Shaun White gum in my purse more as like a daydream. I really miss Shaun White gum and it like doesn't exist anymore. It was some of the best gum. Do you guys remember Stride? You guys remember Stride gum? What happened to them? My mom and I kept them in business for as long as we could, but you guys did not keep up. Anyways, I always keep gum and also little floss sticks. That feels like such a grandma thing to do. I'm not even that freaking old. I really like this idea. I really like this style. What else can I do with this? Do you know what I mean? Like, I was thinking about doing, if you're as old as me, do you remember when they would do like those outfit? I think it was more like a who wore it better type of thing. It would be like, did Hilary Duff wear it better or did Lindsay Lohan wear it better? And then you'd circle in your magazine which one. I don't know. I was thinking about maybe kind of fleshing out this idea and doing more of a, I don't know, Michaela's magazine, Quirk Studios magazine, like just for me, just because I had a lot of fun making this. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week. Wait, have you checked my website today? Link in the description. Go check out my website. I am selling stickers. Don't feel pressured to buy one, but do feel pressured to go click around on my website for fun.